Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie and I'll be talking to you today about Plato and Aristotle. So Plato is known for the allegory of the cave, which is from Book 7 of the Republic. Plato introduces us to the idea that the world that we experience isn't the real world. Plato believes that human perception can't be derived by true knowledge, but real knowledge can only come from philosophical reasoning. So Plato argues that there can be things more real than others, that there are levels of reality. Our world, the material world, is always changing, and we rely on our senses to understand what is going on. So Plato suggests that this is not the real world, because the real world is unchanging, and the world we live in is made from ideas and not senses, and that everything in this world that exists has a form. So the form is the highest level of reality. If I had two bananas, one was beginning to rotten and one was ripe, what would they be? What do they have in common? They're still bananas or banananess. So there's only one true form of this banana, or the essence of the banana. One form that forms many forms. So the banana is unchanging and internal. So Plato divided the world into two. He has the visible world, which is the material world, and he has the intelligible world. So the visible world has the senses, objects, and the realm of images, where the intelligible world is where we only could grasp with our minds. The forms of objects of knowledge. They have the internal truth of the mind. The intelligible world is what makes the visible world possible. Now Aristotle, he's a student of Plato, and he's developing his own diversion ideas on why do people do bad things. So Aristotle believes that in some cases people know what to do, but they just don't do it. He suggests that knowing the right thing to do doesn't always lead us in doing the right thing. Aristotle says in some cases people know the right thing to do, but because of the lack of mastery. Meaning people know what to do, but they just fail to do it because they have a vicious appetite. Meaning that the impetuous person who gives in doesn't see anything wrong with it, but they do it anyway. But then you have the weak person who has the information, but they're lacking the willpower. So Aristotle also talks about moral ethics. Aristotle looks at people rather than their actions. He believes that we all have a free will. And if you develop the right set of characteristics, then the right actions will follow. Right actions meaning well-being, not a set of rules. He believes that we can develop the right set of characteristics. And one of the characteristics that he talks about is virtuous excellence. It's going to be specific to each role. You're going to be good at this thing, but to be good at this thing is to find the mean between the extremes. Aristotle says that we just don't come into this world with this information. He suggests in order to have virtue, you have to have proper training and experience, and certain needs and opportunities need to be met. Looking at Plato, he's been so influential that he has shaped the way people have seen the world, and the birth of Christianity was formed because of him. The way we think about doing what's right are usually tied to a set of actions which are said to be either moral or immoral. But they're usually tied to different religious beliefs, but we wouldn't have these beliefs if it wasn't because of Plato's philosophy. And if you understand Aristotle's philosophy, perhaps this is something you could carry on to your own life and look at some ways that you're weak, or even if you're an impetuous person, and you could just make some adjustments. Looking at Aristotle and Plato, they both look at when doing the right thing is in our own best interests. However, they do look at things a little differently, because Plato believes that when we he believes that we do have the willpower, that if we want to do right, we can. But if we have the right information, we could do better because we have the ability to reason. Whereas Aristotle suggests that even if you do have all the right information, your urges may be strong enough that they will get in the way.